Are you acting like you're on the beach? Is that what you want to do? Lay up on the beach?
No,
Okay, are we ready? Are we live? Okay. Hi, everybody. It's Lori Folk here, Real Estate 2, with all my other little posse behind us. We just want to welcome Neighborhood Housing Partnership here today. We are taking donations for them with griddle and cheese. So if you're out here before 2 o'clock, stop by 1140 East Home Road and grab some lunch. And also make a donation to one of our favorite nonprofits. And they are here today to speak a little bit about what they do for the community. And they are good partners of ours in a lot of different ways. So this is Greg Womack. You want to just give us a little update on what's going on?
Absolutely. And we're so grateful for Lori and her posse who help us in so many ways. More things happen when you work in tandem with other organizations, and we get a lot more accomplished that way. My name's Greg. I'm the Executive Director of Neighborhood Housing Partnership. We provide a lot of services around the realm of affordable housing. We're going to talk a little bit in a moment about homebuyer education and our HUD counseling services that Rachel helps provide. We do homebuyer education, which we'll talk about. We provide credit coaching. A lot of times our realtor partners have folks that are ready to buy, but the credit score is not what it needs to be, and we can help them get that into a place where they can get their loan financed with their bank or their lender. We also have some senior properties that we rent. We have community gardens, which we built about 5 years ago out on the old community hospital site. We also have 12 senior rentals on Drexel, right off of Selma. In addition to that, my favorite program is our emergency repair program. It's not always easy to get funding, but we provide services to folks that qualify from an income perspective to be able to stay in their home, even if they have a pretty major repair like a leaky roof or a furnace, any safety or health issue that we can solve. We have funding from the Ohio Development Services Agency, and most recently some additional funding through some other funders, and we're really excited to continue to do that. It was actually the service that started NeighborWorks America, which is now a federally funded organization out of Washington, D.C., of which we're a part. So we're real excited about that. In addition to that, and I'm going to let Rachel share a little bit, we also are real proud of our homebuyer education services, and Rachel's stepping into a role that was recently vacated by a retiring Jan Jones, who did that for years, and it's also a lot of fun, and Lori can talk about that as well. So, homebuyer education. Rachel?
I'm Rachel Goff. I'm the new housing counselor over at Neighborhood Housing Partnership. So we do homebuyer education. That generally helps answer questions like, am I ready to buy a home? What do I need to get my credit ready? How do I need to do that? How to find a reputable lender or realtor? And then also, what about the home inspections and what does the closing involve? So that class is really helpful to guide people through that process. We also have one-on-one coaching for first-time home buyers and financial coaching as well. So if you are interested in any of those, please check us out online, springfieldnhp.org, or give us a call.
And they're neighbors with us on East Home Road. What's your address there?
527 East Home Road.
They kind of are tucked back in that wooded area in front of the Springfield City School campus there.
Correct.
But we did do a class on Tuesday, and we had eight participants, two sets of couples, and they were really inspired about what to do and looking for a house and how to get started. So we appreciate their partnership. We've done this for many years, and you've helped us with a lot of buyers in the past, right?
And sellers.
Yeah, and sellers as well.
It was a much easier and fun time with homebuyer education when we could do it in person, and we used to always invite people into our conference room and do it there and have guest speakers like Lori, people come in and talk. unfortunately, over a year ago, we had to learn how to do everything via Zoom, and so now our partners have jumped right in there. And maybe one day things will get back to some semblance of normality, but right now we're having great feedback on the classes, and we had, I'm trying to think, the month before we had almost 10, I believe, and then started out with 10 this month, had a few less earlier, but yeah, having great feedback and good turnout for our homebuyer education classes.
So if you're watching this and you're not sure how to get started and you may think you have obstacles to overcome, we got great partners here that we here at Real Estate 2 lean on almost daily to help us. They also will give you some grant funding for closing costs and whatnot. So when you get a chance, remember to call Real Estate 2 and we'll hook you up with NHP. So anybody else have anything else?
It is a good program, and it does, like Lori said, it does help your seller also if your buyer is getting some grant money, so that you don't have to pay all their closing costs. So it does help the seller as well. And we do have a food truck out there. Me and Ryan just shoveled the driveway, so there's plenty of dry spots for you.
Yeah, and if you're not able to make it out, I'm sure NHP would appreciate any donations possibly that you could make directly to them. But we appreciate you guys watching, and look for us again in a couple of weeks. Food Truck Thursday, Real Estate 2.